Good morning, babies, and welcome to Simply Stacy, where the joy of the Lord is our strength. Well, I'm doing this video because I just feel it in my spirit today so heavy that so many of you are weary. So many of you are falling by the wayside. You don't have trial after trial coming after you. You don't have thing after thing coming after you. You just been in the battle so long that you get weary in your well doing. And God don't want you to get weary in your well doing. He said, faint not, faint not, faint not. Some of you, and I was talking to my mother, and God just was putting this in my spirit so heavily. Some of you have been in a battle that you was not prepared to be in. It's just like the men in the military. They have to go through boot camp before they go in the battle to be in warfare. Some of you are in warfare, but you was not equipped for the warfare that you're in. So it's like you skip boot camp. You've been put on the battlefield against the enemy, and the enemy is taking you out. He's shooting you. He's throwing bombs at you. He's doing everything to you to terrorize you, to get you off that battlefield. And it's going to take you off because you're not equipped for the battle. You're wrestling against things that you shouldn't be wrestling against. God said we're not wrestling, excuse me, babies, against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness. Some of you don't even understand that. You don't even know what equipment to use in this battle because you weren't prepared for it. Babies, you are in warfare, but some of you are unprepared. You're on the battlefield. It's like you're fighting at the air. You don't even know what the enemy's using against you. You don't even know who the enemy is. You don't even know why he's your enemy. You need to learn these things. You don't even know the weaponry or the ammunition that he's using against you. The enemy is taking some of you out because of the way that you're thinking. God said take every thought into captivity, see if it is of God. If you're thinking fearful thoughts, lustful thoughts, if it's got you not trusting God, it's got you thinking negative. The things that you're thinking affects your emotions. And then once your emotions is affected, you begin to act out of your emotions and the things that you're thinking. So it's not good when you're thinking negative. It's not good when you're thinking fearful thoughts because you're going to act on your fears. And so many of you got this stinky thinking, and I'm going to call it stinky thinking because anything that's not the mind of Christ is stinky thinking, which in turn gives you stinky emotions, which gives you stinky actions. Babies, take every thought into captivity. This is just one illustration that I'm giving you that's part of the warfare that you're in right now. And that's your mind. Some of you ain't even dealing with real life demons yet because all the devil got to do is afflict your flesh and you're gone. You don't forsook what God done said. You're not standing on his word. Babies, you got to stand on God. Trust God. Don't lean on your own understanding. Take every thought that's coming to your mind into captivity. So many women are like their emotions is like a roller coaster. Why? Because of what they thinking. Some of you work with them. Some of you got family members like that. One day she's happy, the next day she's sad. Or the next day she's angry. One day she's speaking to you, the next day she's not. It's because of what you're thinking, ladies. That's part of your problem. You're all stressed out because of what you're thinking. The devil's attacking your mind, which in turn attacks your emotions, which in turn has you acting out of your emotions. Take every thought into captivity and to see if it is of God. Is it lined up with his word? Is it the mind of Christ? Babies, God said, don't be weary in your well-doing, because if you don't faint, you shall reap. You shall reap. Babies, you're in warfare. You're in warfare. And that's what the devil wants you to do. He wants you to get weary. He wants you to think that God ain't going to move. He wants you to be frustrated with God. He wants you to be angry with God. when God is not your problem. The enemy's your problem, and you're your problem because you need to get your weaponry. You need to get equipped because you're on the battlefield for your Lord. And the enemy's using every weapon he can against you. But you don't even recognize that it's a weapon. You don't even know your artillery that you need to use against it. Babies, get yourself equipped. Get equipped for this battle that you're in so that it don't take you out, that you won't be weary in your well-doing, that you won't faint in your well-doing, that you'll begin to trust God. Warriors, rise up. I speak a warrior spirit to rise up in you today. In the name of Jesus. Rise up. Fight. Use your weapons. Get your weapons. Learn your weapons. So you can use them against the enemy. Learn what is your enemy. Learn what the enemy is using against you to take you out. It's just like being in the boxing ring and the boxing, you just up there, you fight with the other boxers. He's steady punching you in the head, punching you in the stomach, punching you in your back, knocking you out. You get back up, you steady getting knocked out, you steady getting punched, and you ain't throwing their blow to knock him out. That's where some of you been at. And it's because you don't know how to fight. You don't know your weapons. You don't even know your enemy. You don't even know the weapons that he's using against you. Babies, learn. Learn. He said, for the lack of knowledge, his people is perishing. Babies, that lack of knowledge is taking people of God out. It's taking them out in the groves. Taking them out every day. Going to church, clapping, shouting, singing, working on auxiliaries, but being taken out in everyday life because they don't know their enemy. They don't even know the God they say they serve. Babies, get knowledge. Knowledge is truly power. Rise up, warriors. Rise up and fight the good fight of faith. Babies, I love you and so does God. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Fight, warriors. Fight.